Hey everybody, Dutchsinse here. 9:01 a.m. Central Time on Saturday, February 2nd, 2013. And we're looking at Earthquake 3D here, which is a USGS feed of the most recent earthquakes. You can see it. 6.9 magnitude earthquake struck Hokkaido, Japan. Very sizable for the region. No tsunami warning, it was land-based. But let's get the stats on this. Okay, 64.1 miles deep. Relatively deep. Like I said, 6.9 magnitude, reviewed by a seismologist. That may go up or down, depending on what the final tally is. But I guarantee you it was felt throughout the entire island of Japan. Specifically, North Japan had to feel this throughout the entire area. And let me just back this out and just give you a quick shot of the earthquakes that have occurred over the last 7 days. And this is going to be 6.0 and greater only. Okay? We've had 8 in the last 7 days. So there's been 4 in relatively one spot here in the Santa Cruz Islands. That's a 6.2, 6.0, 6.3, and 6.0. To the north, the 6.9 that I just told you about in Japan. Then to the west, in Kazakhstan, 6.0. To the east, at the south tip of Alaska, near Canada, 6.0. And then all the way down here south Chile, 6.8 magnitude. That's a lot of movement for the last 7 days. Considering we didn't have any 6.0s for multiple weeks, then we see this all happen in the course of 7 days. Now if I just take this down a couple notches here and show you 4.0 and greater, then you really begin to see the cluster points. Okay, look at the West Pacific. It's out of control. We have the Indo-Australian plate over here that supposedly fractured this past year and is breaking apart. From that, we're seeing a huge amount of movement on the Pacific plate and the adjacent plates going all the way over to Europe. Now we just saw, maybe less than an hour ago, a 4.5 strike in Austria right here. And that's very rare. We don't see very many large earthquakes in Austria directly. So I'd say if you live in Europe, going from Greece all the way up to, it looks like, Austria, Poland, anywhere in here, watch out over the next several days. And anywhere where we're seeing multiple 6.0s occur. That would be anywhere from Japan, south to Vanuatu, and then west all the way to Sumatra, anywhere in here, okay? So that's a large area to watch, but it's riddled with volcanoes, riddled with multiple earthquakes, definitely something we need to watch out for. Now, United States, no large earthquakes. We had a 5.3 off the west coast of Oregon, that's in the new lava fields there, and then going north to Alaska, you have the 6.0, but continental U.S., absolutely nothing. To see what's going on in the U.S., let me just take this down a couple more notches. Then you can see the activity that's beginning to spill across the southern edge of the North American craton. So we have multiple earthquakes, 2.9 here in New Mexico, that was at a dormant volcano. 2.8, fracking operation. 2.7, 2.8 in Texas, fracking operation. And then a 2.8 at a quarry area here in North Georgia. So everywhere where we're seeing fracture points in the North American plate, we're also having earthquakes. I believe that's due to the pressure that's building from the West Pacific. So if you live in the U.S., anywhere along the southern edge to eastern edge of the North American craton needs to watch out for further movement over the next several days. Okay, that's the states of Colorado, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, and then going back up to the northeast, we've got Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, anywhere in this region here, maybe as far northeast as southeast Canada, right here near the border of Maine. Watch these areas for the next week, okay? If you get any confirmation stories on the 6.9 earthquake, go ahead and put them down below. I cannot stress this enough. Have an earthquake plan ready and be prepared anywhere that you live in the world. All areas are seismically prone. Some places have earthquakes more than others, but with this uptick in recent 6.0 earthquake activity, I would say it's better to be prudent, better to be prepared, just in case. Hang in there, folks. Much love.